Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Jeremy Adams, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest night,
No evil shall escape my sight.
that those who worship evil's might.
beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, Master of the Core, number one Hal Jordan fanboy. It is.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
I should say that boy. Oh, look. Anyway, yes, that's right. We're going to be talking tonight. We're going to be talking. Well, the next part supposedly of Brightest Day, Green Lantern 56 through 58.
Yeah, and I have thoughts. I think you probably have thoughts too.
I hope you have thoughts to the podcast. Thoughts. All right. So, what are your what on the issues or something else?
Yeah, on the issues. But before we dive into the issues, any I was telling you before we went live that I finally caught up and read Green Lantern number 10 of the current series. By Jeremy Adams and Zermanico, and I guess Kevin McGuire did the backup story with Guy Gardner, and Lobo, which is that was a lot of fun.
"Quote unquote" Lobo.
Yeah, Lobo. But yeah, it was a good issue. I enjoyed it. We're starting to get some answers, and I'm glad we're finally starting to get some answers, because it's been a while. Night Terrors, thank you for derailing 2 months of our story.
Well, derailed everyone for 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's we finally know some things. But as I mentioned before, we both know that Mr. Adams is very much concerned with continuity, and one of the things that happened at the end of the last run of Green Lantern was all of the technology of the Owens, all the Malthusians, all of the gone, magically just poof, right, gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only the source ball. I don't know. Do we call it source ball? Is that good?
I guess.
Source ball. Yeah, something just fell, man.
I know.
It has got magic and source energy and lions and tigers and bears oh my in it. And one of the main plot points is that the central batteries of the other cores are being blown up. And I was under the impression, and I could certainly be wrong because it's the day that ends in Y, that all of the Owen tech was gone, period. That means all the central power batteries, all of the rings, all of everything. And it was only that the rings came back into existence when they were close to the source ball. We got to come up with a better name for that. I don't know what it is, but source ball, I guess, is what it is. So, and I know Jeremy Adams is, he's a continuity nerd like we are. So that's not meant as a slight. That's a compliment.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just kind of curious how this is going to play out, because, there's so much that we still don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So waiting and seeing, I guess, but definitely enjoying the issues. And Hal was, like I said before, Hal was certainly in character. Hey, don't do that, because we can't fight him because it's bad. Don't run off half-cocked.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, what does he do? Exactly that. But
yeah.
We do find out some things because of it. So yeah, it was a good issue.
Yes. Oh, I was gonna say not green. Well, okay. Under some Green Lantern topics, I keep harping on you people to send in feedback. And if you do, we had some feedback. You'll hear some feedback at the end of this episode by a new fan, Mr. Tyler Ferguson, who got a Green Lantern prize pack. So, see, kids, that's all you gotta do. Email. That's it.
And a fellow Arkansan, I believe. So shout out to Tyler. Thanks, Tyler.
That's right, but we won't hold that against him.
That's right.
But no, I was gonna say on a off-topic note, while I'm waiting for crossover division number 5 to hit my mailbox,
It's coming. It's coming.
I supported another up and comer on Kickstarter because hopefully we're gonna talk at the end of June when his next campaign goes. But a unknown guy who you've probably never heard of, Mr. JMD Mateus. I bought his.
Yeah, he hasn't really been writing that long, has he?
No, it's a quick couple decades. Yeah,
just like 40 years, I think, maybe. I don't know. It's
at least. Yeah. But I knew I was gonna. I knew I was gonna love the books if I. If I read.
Yeah, I think I've read one or two of them. I haven't read the other ones, but yeah, I definitely supported that too, and everybody should definitely check them out when it goes live again. It's the what does he call that? The multiverse.
Yes.
The multiverse. That's right.
Yeah, because I think his all his number 2s. The next campaign starts in July, I think. So yeah.
Sweet, very sweet.
Yes.
Be on the lookout.
Yes. Like I said, I think we're talking in June. We'll talk these number 1s, and then about the camp. But yeah, there was 2 of them. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like these, but now I see why. Because he said after the first ones, he was like, there was a vote to see which ones should continue, and the vote was all of them.
All of them. That's good. That's really good. So any other? I believe that James Gunn shared a Green Lantern image on his Twitter feed or something.
I don't know if I saw that. All right.
Because Jeremy Adams retweeted it. So I think that's what it was. Here, I'll see if I can find it real quick. And
yeah, I'm looking up Gunn's Twitter. Because he's using Guy, right?
Yes, Guy is. Let's see.
I'm surprised because anyone there seems to want to talk to him about is that Superman guy.
Well, where is it?
I was gonna say, when was it? I'm scrolling down his thing. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, let me look at Jeremy Adams. All right, let's see.
Oh, here we go. It was like the first thing that popped. Oh, I feel
April 28th. Yeah, there you go.
That one?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Which looks pretty darn cool.
Yes. I mean, I feel kind of down because you're like, oh, the image, it's just a hand with a power ring, which again looks pretty cool. But I was like, I thought we were gonna get an actor in an actual costume. I was like, oh.
I think that would be cause for much celebration at this point, but nothing yet.
Oh yeah. All right. All right. Well, anything else? Should we get to these issues tonight?
Let's do it.
I hate that when I hold stuff up to the camera, then my camera gets all blurry. Either that or my eyes are really good.
Hey, just wait till you have to get bifocals, man.
I was disappointed. Like, what was it last year or the year before when I had to get glasses because the doctor was like, "Oh yeah, once you're in your 40s, yeah, the eyes start to come." I'm like, "Oh, thanks."
Yeah, getting progressive bifocals like I wear is a shot to the old ego. Let me tell you.
All right. Well, okay. This is weird. Yeah, we're doing 3 issues tonight. The first one doesn't have a synopsis. The second 2 do. So.
Okay.
This is But I'm just like, yeah, okay, he didn't do the first one, but just never mind. All right. Sorry, so here's the one that doesn't have one. All right, then Green Lantern number 56 from September 2010, The New Guardians, Chapter 4. Writer Jeff Johns, penciler Doug Mank, inkers Christian Alamy, Tom Guyon, Keith Champagne, and Doug Mank. Yes, 4 inkers, kids. And colorist Randy Mayer and Gabe Edelab, letters Nick J. Napolitano, and editor Eddie Berganza. All right, so what's that maniac you worship up to in this issue, Will?
Oh, crazy stuff. Like hanging out with Larfleeze.
I know that's so. Oh yeah, Larfleeze this arc, yeah.
Yeah, good old Larfleeze. And last time we left Hal, he had just had a nice battle with beside Atrocitus against Lobo.
Lobo, yeah.
Yeah. So, I think this starts out pretty good. We get Hector Hammond and somebody who's small and blue.
Hmm.
I don't know who that could be. Helps Hector escape, and Hector eats the Orange Lantern.
Yeah,
where Ophidian is captured.
yeah, I do like in the beginning when Hector's, I don't know, dreaming or hallucinating. Yeah, that he's the Green Lantern and how him and Hal have switched places here.
Switch
yeah,
places, yeah.
and he has Carol.
Mm-hmm. And Hal has the big head of Hector Hammond. We do get a little bit of cool stuff in this issue with them talking, and we get Larfleeze talking about, oh, Santa. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna get Santa, and he's gonna give me everything I want.
Yeah, because Larfleeze is on Earth just like stealing stuff.
Yeah, and there's a really great line, and he says, Hal says, I hate to break it to you, Gonzo, but Santa Claus isn't real. Bah, you think I'm that inept? There's a mountain of evidence to argue otherwise right underneath us.
Yeah, where's the Oh, here's the line I love. When I finally meet this well-fed reindeer wrangler, I'll have everything I want. He'll be better than any guardian.
And then Hal does ask about Saeed at that point. And he's like, she's off on a special project, whatever. Yeah, and then we get this little battle between, we get a little bit of Saint Walker with the Question, Renee Montoya, which was good. He's completing his, repatriating of all the dead bodies, I guess, from Blackest Night. And then, we get slices of the other entities, kind of where they are. We get the Butcher, we get Adara, and then, of course, Ophidian and all his fun. Yeah, Hector gets quite a makeover at the end of the issue, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So Ophidian, yeah. Yeah, I love that whole. I love the Hector and Larfleeze back and forth in this issue.
Yeah.
Especially when Hector steals that Orange Lantern. You let go, talking head.
Yeah.
Although, don't all heads talk?
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I think this issue and the next two are good, but I feel like after Blackest Night, and we can talk about this more after. I feel like it's sagging a little bit because it seems to have really kind of slowed way down. I know he's setting up more stuff, at this point, but we're still on Earth. Then, of course, we're back on Zamaron. Then we're back on Earth again. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff. We get a little bit of like a couple panels of Green Lantern Corps stuff, and then, I mean, I don't know. I'm curious what you think because from my point of view, the entities are kind of interesting in the fact that they exist, but I feel like, I mean, look at Parallax, right?
Mhm.
One entity can dominate a story, but with all seven of them, or four of them in this case, because the other three have been captured, it seems like the focus is a little bit weird.
Yeah, I mean, well, first I was thinking, oh, New 52's coming. Maybe they, Jeff Johns is like, you really can't do anything big that's going to go past like the next year.
Hmm.
But then, too, I'm thinking, look how big Blackest Night was. Maybe the creative teams just need a break.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's possible too. And, we are building up to War of the Green Lanterns, which
Yeah,
is kind of a big, not as big a deal, of course, as Blackest Night,
I was gonna
but,
say it's a big deal, but it's not as big as Blackest Night
yeah.
was.
I mean, and it's kind of that through line from Sinestro Corps War through Blackest Night to the War of the Green Lanterns. So,
Mhm.
but like I said, it's still good and the art's great. It's just, it feels like a little bit of treading water at this point,
Mhm.
you know, kind of moving all the pieces around. And it's not as, I don't know, I didn't find these as engaging as I have, previous arcs,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
And I guess a lot of it is just because, well, it's the same problem I feel like we have with Brightest Day. It's that micro focus, boom, boom, and you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
really feel like you're getting enough of any one thing, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, am I out of left field on that? What do you think?
No, I think you're right. I think I think we got what are you saying, like, too many plots going on right now for Brightest Day?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, and again, everything in Blackest Night, at the end of the day, all roads were leading to Necron, so
Exactly. Yeah, and this, I mean, we know who it's leading to. Spoilers, we're not going to say, but
yeah.
spoilers. Um, but I don't know. This slow burn feels a little bit slower and less burny, I
Mhm.
guess. Is that a good way to say it?
I think so. Yeah, like I said, I just wonder if it's like, oh, yeah, we're just kind of like we're killing time to War of the Green Lanterns, or it's like I said again, maybe the creative teams just needed a break to like slow down a little bit. Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, maybe. I mean, but even if they're slowing down, I mean, it seems like throwing all of these characters together
yeah,
is not really slowing down because it's trying to deal with all this stuff all at once. Maybe if they would have narrowed their focus a
yeah.
little bit.
Instead of like all these books and creative teams working on a big picture, it almost seems like, okay, well, Jeff Johns in the main Green Lantern book will handle the entities.
Hmm.
Over in Brightest Day, we're gonna do the whole
Whatever.
resurrecting
Yeah, all
Earth
that stuff. Yeah.
thing. Yeah, then we'll do whatever in Green Lantern Corps. So yeah, it seems like
And
everybody's
Emerald
just
Warriors is Guy just being Guy,
so it
right?
almost seems like it seems like it's supposed to be one big event like Blackest Night was, but it's almost
Mhm.
like everyone's just working on their own thing under
It
that
is.
banner.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does feel really fractured. Yeah, I would agree with that. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 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 no. I was gonna say something. I forget what I was gonna say.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
I'm getting old.
Get off my lawn. No.
Oh, and that's the other thing too. It's like again, we're gonna we're at that point already, I think, where it's like we're really not gonna see a lot of Hal's personal life, well, at least until New 52.
Oh yeah, exactly. I
Because
mean,
again, we build up the Air Force, we build up Cowgirl, and then
mhm,
that's pretty much gone.
yeah. I mean, we do get a mention of that in, I
Yeah,
think, the
like
next
Carol
issue.
mentions, yeah,
Yeah.
Cowgirl, but yeah.
But I mean, when you get right down to it, after 58, we've only got what, 9 issues of Green Lantern left until New 52. That's 67, the final issue.
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
If I remember right, we had, so War of the Green Lanterns went across the books, but then we get like a 2-issue War of the Green Lanterns aftermath. Does that sound right?
I think so. Here, let me pull up the
Okay.
schedule here. So yeah, after all our Brightest Day, we'll get 4 episodes on War of the Green Lanterns, and then we'll get 3 issues of Green after War of the Green Lanterns. We'll get 3 issues of Green Lantern Corps, 3 issues of Emerald Warriors, and then we get right into Flashpoint and New 52. There's a War of the Green Lanterns Aftermath 1 and 2. That's kind of in the last episode of War of the Green Lanterns. But there's 2 Aftermath issues.
I think one of the things that these issues would probably, this whole New Guardians arc would probably read a lot better all at once. But I think we're experiencing maybe that fracturing because we're jumping from title to title for this really fractured Brightest Day event. So I think that probably is not helping.
Yeah. Well, think about it too, because this is how I was reading it back in the day. Imagine reading one of these a month.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Or it's like in 1 month, read 1 issue of Green Lantern. Like how often was it? 2 of Brightest Day every month, and then 1 Green Lantern Corps every month. So
and then 1 Emerald Warrior. Yeah, it would have been. I think that would have. And I don't remember, but it must. It was probably frustrating just because not really a whole lot happens in these 3 issues, right?
No, I mean, we'll get there with the.
Yeah, we're gonna get there, but yeah.
All right, so should we jump to the next one?
You bet.
All right, I do have synopses for these ones. All right, Green Lantern number 57, October 2010. The New Guardians Chapter 5. What happens in Vegas? Looks like same team, except we added another editor, Adam Schlauman. All right. As Hal and Larfleeze are attacked by Ophidian, who has taken Hector Hammond as a host body, Larfleeze states that he hasn't been entirely honest about how he obtained the Orange Lantern. No. Ophidian says that Larfleeze was the only being in the universe capable of resisting its temptations, so Larfleeze enslaved it. Ophidian then says that it wants Carol. Larfleeze then says that Ophidian ate his lantern. Hal then decides to go to Las Vegas, and Larfleeze says that he wants to come with him. On Zamaron, the violet light continues to dim. The Zamarons say that if they don't find another energy source for their lantern, their light will be extinguished. Queen Agapo has been feeding the lantern with her power. One Zamaron states that they must find the Predator, but the Queen says that there is no need. Carol Ferris is in Las Vegas. In Las Vegas, Carol receives a transmission from the Zamarons who tell her that she must find the Predator. Later, the Predator approaches a man named Abraham Pointney. Abraham has been in love with a girl named Lisa, taking pictures of her and taping them in a wall in his house, because that sounds healthy.
Not creepy at all.
No. Especially when we learn he's never even really talked to her.
Exactly.
Carol then watches Larfleeze appear in Las Vegas, but she is then attacked by the Predator. Hal arrives to help, and Carol changes into her Star Sapphire costume. The Predator says that it will help Abraham attain true love. It also states that Larfleeze only loves himself, but when the Predator grabs him, Larfleeze sees his family alive. Carol tells Hal it's possible that the entity, it's not corrupting its user, but the other way around. Carol then kisses the Predator, releasing Abraham. The Zamarons then transport Carol, Hal, Larfleeze, Abraham, and the Predator to their homeworld. They plan to imprison the Predator in their power battery, but Carol refuses, saying that the hosts are corrupting the entities, not the other way around. The Zamarons try to attack Carol, but Queen Agapo stops them, saying that their lanterns need their faith to work. Queen Agapo dies, but not before passing on the title of Queen of the Star Sapphires to Carol. Larfleeze then states that he wants to be queen.
Larfleeze has 2 really great lines in this. The first one is Viva Las Vegas. And the second one is on the same page where he says, all you can eat? I have arrived.
Oh yeah. You knew Larfleeze in Vegas was going to be good.
Yeah, that was that turned out that was good. I mean, Larfleeze. I've not read the Larfleeze series. And that was late New 52, right?
I think so, yeah.
So I'm kind of looking forward to reading that, and I know we've got the Larfleeze Christmas special around. We're saving it for Christmas, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought this issue was good. But I still think it kind of falls prey to what the previous issue did. Not a whole. We're still focusing on a lot of different things here, and from a month, like you mentioned before, a month-to-month basis, this would probably have been a little bit frustrating, because nothing's really, moving along.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some great art. That double-page splash with Carol and the Predator.
Oh, yeah.
Now, so Carol was possessed by the Predator pre-Emerald Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
But wasn't there and then she was also possessed by a Star Sapphire, the Queen, right?
Yeah.
And I think that was like at the same time or something. I don't remember. It was weird.
Well, wasn't that early on when she first became Star Sapphire? Wasn't she possessed by, or was that later?
Maybe. I don't. Yeah, I think it was.
Well, remember, wasn't she possessed by Star Sapphire, quote unquote? The one she killed Kat Matui, and then,
In
when
the
she
thing we don't talk about.
Mhm. But then, like, right leading up to issue 25, remember, like, Hal and the others like found her, and she was, they were trying to, bring
Well,
Carol out of Star Sapphire. Yeah.
I think we looked this up. She was quote unquote pregnant by the Predator or something.
Yeah, and I think what
And
they
delivered it post Emerald Twilight in like Extreme Justice or something.
I believe so. Yes.
I've not read those issues, but I may have to take the deep dive and go and do some research there.
It's been a long time since I read those, but I can't remember a lot, but I do remember. Yes, brace yourself.
Yeah, and if I remember right, the Predator first appeared, I think, in the 80s.
Yeah. Because I mean, I know wasn't he in some issues when like John took over for Hal?
Yeah, I think so. Looks like the first appearance was in Green Lantern Volume 2, number 178.
Yep.
Which was July of 1984.
Yep, I see it. Yeah, so wasn't that like right before Hal's like, oh, I quit? That cover, I quit.
Yeah. So yeah, the Predator has this weird relationship with Carol that is weird and maybe a lot creepy. That I don't know that we necessarily want to delve into. I'm sure that you can find a lot of reasons not to like the way that Carol and or the Predator were treated by previous writers. So I think Jeff Johns is probably doing something good here and kind of just ignoring a lot of that, just not bringing it up, and we're just going to leave it alone.
Yeah. Okay. I found the whole baby thing. All right. Carol became the administrator of Extreme Justice's Mount Thunder facility. Soon the demon Neuron appeared to her and made a deal with Carol, freeing her of the Star Sapphire entity for good in exchange for Sapphire's baby. Remember, it was Star Sapphire's baby. It wasn't Carol's baby.
It wasn't Carol's baby. That's right.
Yeah. Star Sapphire actually gave birth to a hideous baby, which she and Predator attempted to use as a husk for their combined essences. However, Neuron convinced Carol to take the baby away as they attempted to merge, causing the apparent destruction of both entities, meaning the Predator and Star Sapphire.
And the Star Sapphire.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Neuron departed with their baby in his arms. So I don't know if we've seen the baby. I don't know if we've ever seen the baby since. So.
Since. Oh, okay. So, and that was like at least 3 reboots ago, maybe 4.
Extreme Justice 11. Hold on.
Was
that issue was December 1995. Oh, it was in the middle of Underworld Unleashed. So that's how long ago it was.
Was 0 Hour before that or after that? It was before that, wasn't
It
it?
was before that. Yeah,
Okay, so just like 3 crises and maybe 2 reboots.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Underworld Unleashed. Remember, it was around like issues like 68, 69 of Cal's
That's
book.
right. Yeah. Mhm.
So, yep.
Anyway, back to that double page spread of Carol with the Predator. That
Yeah.
is beautiful. The coloring is that amazing.
Oh
in it,
yeah,
too.
yeah. The art in these is great.
Mhm.
But
And
yeah,
then Queen Agpo dies at the end, right?
yep. But not before she says, "Oh, Carol Ferris is the new queen of the."
Star Sapphires. But
Yep.
Larfleeze wants to be queen. It's okay.
Went from say, "What's a queen? I don't want to be a queen."
But yeah, I mean, all 3 of these issues are beautiful, and the coloring. I think the coloring really accentuates, the different entities. The
Oh
way they're using the colors. So the colorist really deserves a huge pat on the back for this one. I think
oh
that's
yeah.
Christian. See, that would be Randy Mayer, I think.
Hold on. Believe was there 2 of them? I think. Yeah, 2 colorists, Randy Mayer and Gabe Edelab. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, they did an amazing job on these
Oh,
issues.
yeah, I think at this point in time they were like, yeah, the Green Lantern books you had to have like some really good coloring. And again, too, I'm wondering if like a lot of they're getting help through like digital means with the colors and
Yeah.
stuff. And yeah.
Well, yeah, and printing is getting better, so they can use
Mhm.
better and more varied colors. So that's a good thing too.
All right. So should we do the last one and then discuss this whole thing?
Yep, I think so.
All right. Green Lantern number 58. November 2010. The New Guardians, Chapter 6, Hope Burns Bright. Writer Jeff Johns, penciler Doug Mank. I think everyone's the same except Randy Mayer's doing the colors himself this time. So,
Okay, cool.
Sinestro and Atrocitus, remember them? Investigate a prison attacked by Butcher, the entity of rage. During their stay at the prison, some of the officers point their guns at Sinestro, but he points his ring-generated weapons at the guards to stand down. Atrocitus then destroys a bus full of prisoners, telling the guards that that's what they should do to murderers. On Zamaron, Carol was ready to accept the role of Queen of the Star Sapphires, much to Hal's disapproval. In Livonia, Michigan, a girl named Nicole Morrison is being held hostage by a man. Nicole tells the man that she forgives him for holding her hostage. She then attacks the man with a plate full of soup and tries to escape. The man grabs her. Suddenly, Adara, the entity of hope, appears and takes Nicole's body as a host and saves her. Meanwhile, on Zamaron, Larfleeze finds that his rank's power level is dropping without Ophidian. Larfleeze watches Abraham Point until Green Lantern returns him to Earth so that he can answer for his crimes. Abraham says that when the Predator used him as a host, he saw that Larfleeze lost his family a long time ago. He also says that Larfleeze isn't his real name. Larfleeze furiously attacks him, but Hal stops him. Suddenly, Hal receives a message from St. Walker saying that Adora has chosen. On Oa, Salak tells Vaz and Larvox that Hal's ring hasn't logged any arrest or even a single confrontation after the Blackest Night. Larvox says that Hal is taking some R&R, rest and relaxation. He then says that Salak could use some of that. Salak says that he doesn't think that Hal is taking R&R. He then says that he thinks that either Hal's ring is malfunctioning or that he doesn't want the Guardians to know what he is doing. Hal, Larfleeze, and Walker meet Adora, who sees the hopelessness inside Hal and Larfleeze. Adora sees that Larfleeze's family is still alive. But just when she is about to watch Hal's hopelessness, the Flash appears, saying that he wants to talk to Hal about his new friends.
Well, they're not exactly friends.
They're They're work acquaintances.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah.
Yeah, and this, I don't think this storyline ends until like issue 62, maybe.
I'm thinking it might run us right into the War of the Green Lanterns, right?
Maybe. Let's see. Green Lantern variant covers. Oh, we get tales of in this collection we get the Dexter origin story.
Hmm.
Let's see. The New Guardians conclusion is in number 62. Yeah. So 63, I don't actually have handy right now.
63 is prologue of War of the Green Lanterns. It says on the
There
cover.
we go.
And then 64 starts part 1 of War of the Green Lanterns. So
cool. Now at that point, will we be finished with Brightest Day? Brightest Day will be over about that time, right?
I believe so. Yeah, it doesn't say Brightest Day on the cover.
Gotcha.
So, but it does say at the top, exclusive movie preview, Green Lantern.
That hurts, man. That hurts right there. I had such high hopes for that.
Yes.
They were all destroyed, except Kilowog was very well done.
Mm-hmm.
And was it Mark Strong?
Yes, a Sinestro. I know.
Sinestro. That was awesome.
We needed more Mark Strong as Sinestro. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
That good of a memories, huh, Will?
Yeah, that was a hard summer for me and the boys. So the boys turned 16 that year,
Mm-hmm.
and we had 2 movies that we were just super hyped for. The first one actually was released on their birthday, and it was the John Carter of Mars, John Carter movie, because we're huge John Carter fans. We love those books so much. And then Green Lantern. So yeah, it was kind of a disappointing summer from a movie standpoint.
Yeah, I know. I know the feeling. I remember in 1997 trying to tell like all my friends when we went and saw Batman and Robin. No. The comics are much better than that.
Yeah, yeah. I promise, they really are. Yeah.
Bane can say more than 2 words.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the coloring in this one's really good too. Like
yeah, all the blues and everything. Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
But yes, I don't know what's up. But yeah, Larfleeze doesn't want anyone to know he changed his name.
Yep, because he stole his secret.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, no, he stole my privacy. That's what he says to
that
guy, isn't he?
That was my government name.
Yeah, this one. I mean, like I said, these are good issues, but again, this does feel kind of drawn out.
And even this is like splintered now because now Sinestro and Atrocitus are off on their own.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hal's with Carol and Larfleeze, and yeah.
I really think that if we would just read the Green Lantern title in, like, what is this? 62. What is the first one in this? 50. Yeah, like 10 issues, 53 through 62. This 10-issue chunk.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'd probably feel differently about it because we
so.
wouldn't be jumping back to Brightest Day. We wouldn't be jumping to Green Lantern Corps. We wouldn't be jumping around to all these other. And Brightest Day has its storyline going on, and then we've got Emerald Warriors. Now, Emerald Warriors seems focused,
Yeah.
because what we've read of it seems really focused.
Yeah.
The core seems. I mean, I don't think the core really has changed that much as we've gone from Blackest Night through, Brightest Day.
Mhm.
But this book and Brightest Day seem kind of fractured,
Yeah.
at this point. And I think it really shows in the way that we're reading them right now, because we are jumping around
Mhm.
and we don't really see it in, Emerald Warriors or the core, but I mean, it's just like it's amplified in Brightest Day and the main Green Lantern book, at
Mhm.
least my opinion.
Yeah. Like I said, for right now, it does seem like this book has nothing to do with Brightest Day or any of the other books,
Mm-hmm.
but it's all Brightest Day.
It is.
Some masochists wanted to read the actual Brightest Day series.
Well, at least
Uh,
we're not doing all the crossovers, okay?
oh man, we would have been here till next year doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, we're only really doing. I mean, all of the what is it? The Justice League, um,
Is it lot?
Generation Lost.
Yeah.
Those are all Brightest Day. All the Flash issues are
Yeah.
Brightest
The first
Day. I
first
mean,
couple issues of Flash, Green Arrow.
yeah. I mean, there's so many out there that don't necessarily really have a whole lot to do
Yeah.
with
No.
Brightest Day.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's such a big list. Yeah. It's all the Brightest Day, Green Lantern, New Guard. The Green Lantern issues, the Green Lantern Corps, Emerald Warriors. So are they saying Justice League Generation lost all 24 issues of Brightest Day? Oh my!
Yeah, there you go.
And then as Lilith pointed out, yeah, there was a 3-issue Brightest Day Aftermath Search for Swamp Thing.
Yes. I think I read those long, long ago.
Mhm. Then there's Birds of Prey, yeah, Flash, Green Arrow, Titans.
Yeah, I mean, any new series that they launched right after Blackest Night
Mhm,
was a
mhm.
Brightest Day crossover, whether there was any Brightest Day content at all. I mean, it was. I feel like that they overutilized that. I it I think that it should have actually crossed over into Brightest Day if it's going to have that banner, but you know, it sold a lot of books, so what do I know?
Yeah, or I mean, at least cross, something like, oh, hey, Dead Man, what are you doing here?
Oh, bye, Dead Man. You just got yanked away.
Bye, not Dead
Yoink.
Man. Yeah, exactly. He's jumping all over. Why can't he jump in everyone's book?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, is that an entity? No, that's Firestorm's about to destroy the universe. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The whole freaking universe. Yeah. We need to get back to that eventually, don't we?
Hey, Larfleeze go, no, the universe is mine.
Mine. St. Walker, it's all will be well. All will be well.
Mhm. Oh, that was one of the variants. Was it 57 or 58 of St. Walker's hugging the Orange Lantern, going, "All will be mine."
Oh, I don't know. We've got the
Yeah, there was one of these issues. Might be 57.
oh yeah, beware their power. War of the Green Lanterns, a blockbuster event. They've got an ad and a short teaser at the beginning. But let's see if I can find it. There we go. This one right here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, but no, yeah, the actual cover said, "All will be mine."
Nice. Oh, and here's a good one. Alternate cover for 54, so the next issue.
Mm,
The White Lantern.
yes.
There we go.
Nice.
And then of course Lobo, and we all know how I feel about Lobo, so
You know what else feels disjointed about like these 3 issues where it's like it seems at the beginning of the first issue seems like we're focusing on Hector Hammond, and then by like the 3rd issue it seems like we've forgotten Hector Hammond.
Oh yeah, he's completely. I mean, we get a bit of him in the 2nd issue, like a page or two, and then he's just gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, the Predator, and then the next issue, oh, the Blue Lanterns. Yeah.
yeah. This New Guardians arc. I mean, I get what's going on and what has to happen, but
Mhm.
I mean, 10 issues. I really feel like this could have been condensed maybe just a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, especially now you have 3 regular Green Lantern books at this point. It's like, really?
Yeah.
You can't share the load, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Some of this could be happening in Core or even Emerald Warriors,
Mhm.
and yeah, because you're right. They do feel disjointed is a really good way to describe it, I think, Absolutely.
And again, this is a big, like we said, how many 10-issue arc, and again, we just did these 3, and it seems like it went all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I really do think that this could have been condensed some just to make it flow a little bit better.
And like
Yeah,
some of them, like the other Green Lantern books, I think we said, and even even Brightest Day in its like multi storyline way, kind of focuses on one thing. This book, it seems like, is all over the place,
yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, it's
which is sad because this is the main Green Lantern book.
exactly, and I get that, there's a lot of setup to bring us to the point where we get by the end of it so that, the stage has been swept clean and War of the Green Lanterns is, underway at that point, right? Or we get the prologue for it. But I don't know. I really like disjointed. I think that kind of describes it because not only is it disjointed, but it seems it's a little too decompressed. I mean, surely you could have done this in 6 issues,
Mhm.
maybe 8 instead of 10. I mean, and cut some of the, you know, jumping around a little bit. I don't know.
Mhm.
This is of course armchair quarterbacking over a decade later. So there you go.
Yeah, yeah. Again, if you're gonna jump around to 20 different things, you'd think the Green Lantern core book would be like a more logical place,
hmm
jumping all over the place.
And I'm sorry. It's been a while since we've checked in with the core book. What was the last thing that was happening with the core?
Oh, wasn't Cyborg Superman the last thing we did?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And then Kilowog Aricia went with Guy during Emerald Warriors,
Mhm.
right? Okay.
Yep. All right. So you want to hear some feedback? It's been a while since we've had feedback.
You bet. Fire away, sir.
All right. Again, this is from Tyler Ferguson, who I just sent out his prize pack yesterday, kids. So this is all you have to do to get a prize pack. So it says brief thoughts. Larfleeze works extremely well as a comedic element to splash into a story with this many moving parts. Will be neat to hear your thoughts on this solo book whenever you get to that. On his solo book when you get to that.
hmm
Proud of Carol for moving on from Hal into this new status quo as Queen. Love the designs of the entities, but the Predator is probably my favorite. Would be really cool to get a Star Sapphire figure pack. Carol, one of the Zamarons, and Predator.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Favorite moment for Hal in this set might be when Adara / Nicole attempts to recruit him into their core. Has had so much hope in his heart, but it's buried by fear of losing everything again. Focus on Atrocitus continues groundwork for the upcoming Red Lantern series, like you mentioned before, with Belize and Emerald Knights 1 through 6. I guess Krona controls rats too. Glad that. Oh yeah, we should. Glad that Sheriff's wife got her from Flamingo back.
Yeah, exactly. That was nice. Of course,
All
it
right,
almost impaled that poor sheriff, but
that's right. All right, so yes, that was it. Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks for the feedback.
Yes. All right, Mr. William. Anything else?
No, I mean, I know we ragged on these a little bit,
Yeah, it's
but
still good, but
but they're still really good. It's just that, this Green Lantern has been, we're holding it to an extremely high standard because it has met and exceeded that high standard
Yes, exactly.
so many issues up until this arc. So yeah, it may not necessarily be quite fair, but it's kind of a problem of its own making because it has been so good. So we notice it
Exactly.
when it's not at the level that it has been.
Exactly. All right. Well, next time, we're gonna be back for we're gonna do Green Lantern 59
Woo!
and Brightest Day 13 and 14.
Cool.
Then in 2 weeks, we're gonna get to back to Green Lantern Corps 53 through 57. And then the week after that, we'll get to more Brightest Day 15 through 18. Then we'll get back to Green Lantern 60 through 62. And then we will wrap up Brightest Day with Brightest Day 19 through 24.
Nice.
And then it's on War of the Green Lanterns.
Which is a big deal because it's the last storyline for...
Yeah, the last crossover thing. Yeah.
Before the New 52. Which doesn't really affect Green Lantern, but shh. Don't tell anybody that.
Well, I think most comic fans know that. It didn't, it didn't affect the big sellers, Green Lantern and
Batman. My favorite character.
Remember, kids, Ray plays games. He's on YouTube. I think I just saw an episode just uploaded to YouTube. Yes, kids, so you can watch Ray play with himself for free on YouTube.
What the F?
All right. So yes. So send us your thoughts on all the upcoming stuff. So you can still send them on these issues. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. Again, get your brand new Capes and Lunatics merchandise with the new logos. Again, Rain ran the money on us through the Cash App link as little demands.
Make it rain.
And of course, the Patreon, where again, your uncensored Loth Hellfire, and that is worth any price. So subscribe to the Patreon. You can find all of that all in one place. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
All right, Mr. Will Allred, master of the core, master of the quantum zone, master of podcasting, and several, count them on at least one hand, soon to be two, several successful starter campaigns. Mr. Will Allred, where can people find you?
You can find me at Wallred, that's at WALLRED at Facebook and Blue Sky and Twitter and Instagram and probably several others that I've forgotten that I've set up. If you'd like to check out the comics that I create, you can do that at crossoverdivision.com. Thank you, Phil. The 5th issue should be going to the printer shortly. Just got to get the colors are almost finished and the lettering should be close to finished too. So we'll get those printed and send it out, and then we will have a brief respite, and we will dive into Crossover Division number 6 on Kickstarter coming soon. You can also check out Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. And you obviously have great taste because you're, hanging out here with Phil and I. So that means you probably love Marvel's Quasar almost as much as we do. And if you'd like to find out more about Quasar, you can do that at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org. I'll put it in my navel.
5 inches, maybe.
Hey, boys, you look at the party. I love the party. He goes limp in my grip. I hope it's going somewhere nice.
Because
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
Star Blast, man. Star Blast.
I, of course, Jordan.
somebody has to.
I, of course, somehow Jordan.
I do.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Again, next episode, Green Lantern 59 and Brightest Day 13 and 14.
And maybe next Maybe next episode I'll have my Red Lantern Hal Jordan Funko.
Oh yeah. See, now I'm gonna think. Now you're gonna force me to buy one.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, man. Sorry about
Honey,
that.
it's Will's fault.
Yeah. No, whose fault is it, Phil?
Oh, Lilith. Yes.
There you go.
Remember, kids. Never. Always blame the Lilith. All right, kids. Come back next time. And remember, whatever Larfleeze does in Vegas stays in Vegas. Or Zamaron. Good night.